Here comes the moment of truth. So we're basically uninstalling the pump, we have to drain the system, and then we have to go from there. Since we are using the Fantex Easy Fit kit, it makes draining the loop super fast. And if there's one thing that I'm good at on this planet, it's draining water lizards. Don't forget, if you remove the screw out of the fill port, this will go a lot faster. As you can see, once I take this thing out, we are gonna be pouring out all the fluid and get this going. Now that we've finished off all the water lizards, we can install our GPU. And we can use the previous runs that went from the reservoir to the CPU and just run that directly to the graphics card. Currently, we're doing my worst fear. We're taking measurements. And that's only because rulers always lie. Once we get our measurement, we're gonna use our tool, cut this, and make sure you're landing it straight, because if you have an off-centered cut, this can cause a leak. Whenever you're doing your water-cooled build, make sure you plan first. Now that we've planned our water line's routes, we're gonna move the pump from the top all the way to the bottom. That way we have less stress on the tube and we have a direct shot to the graphics card. Now we're just taking measurements from the GPU to the reservoir. Make sure whenever you're making a cut, you always want to extend this out, because the fitting is not at the tip, the fitting goes inside the reservoir. So you want to account for that and make it a little longer. Now we just need to make one last line, which is the return from the radiator back into the pump. Once we get this measurement, put in our tip and cut it, we are going to do a pump reservoir test. If you want to test this for leaks, you can do this a couple ways. You can run the pump with liquid and then put paper towels down like I'm doing right now, or you can do another thing, which is like a bar tester, which is going to test the actual pressure inside. If you don't have any leaks, you know you're good to go and you can run the system. Personally, I like running coolant because it's a real world test. Stay tuned for the CES videos. Once we get back, full on hard line on this baby.